This evening, the NDC parliamentary candidate for Aguna West, Paul Oforiamwa, is currently in police custody, assisting police in their investigations over alleged plots to assassinate Gender Minister Cynthia Mamle Morrison, who is also the NPP parliamentary candidate for the constituency. The parliamentary candidate is said to have admitted issuing the 2 checks found with the suspects in their hotel room. We know that 4 persons were picked up over the weekend with cutlasses and machetes, amongst others, that was found on them. Regional correspondent Richard Kojonyako joins us on the phone with more on this. Richard, what more are we gathering?
What we've gathered is that the parliamentary candidate for the NDC for Aguna West has been with the police since morning. So when I went to the police station, the headquarters, his car was parked, and he's been parked. It's been like that since morning, and he's been with them. The police say they are not done with him. They are still interrogating him. He's written a caution statement, and so when that is done, then it means that someone needs to grant him a bail. Now, these 2 charges have been put on his head. They are going to process him. The other 4 that were also picked up by the police were also sent to court, and they are now on remand to police custody pending further investigation. They are to reappear on the 30th of October. So that is what we know about this. But the police indicate that the suspect has been telling them a lot more about this, but they are not ready. They are not done with their investigations, so they could come out with what the suspect has said and then what measures they intend taking to ensure their prosecution.
We'll hear from the regional police command shortly, but following the arrest, what is the talk in town about this particular issue?
People are shocked. They are trying to connect the dots as to how the checks, the 2 open checks, were found with a suspect, but they are also very cautious. They do not know. So they do not know what kind of defense the parliamentary candidate is going to spring up. So let's listen to the PRO for the Central Regional Police, Irene Sewapon.
Today, 19th of October 2020, Honorable Cynthia Mamle Morrison, MP for Aguna West, has made a formal complaint to police that the 4 men who were arrested at the hotel in Swedru by police on the 17th of October 2020 has a plot to kill her. Complainant's statement has been taken from the honorable member, and investigations are ongoing. Today, 19th October 2020, the 4 suspects who were arrested at a hotel in Swedru has been remanded into police custody by Circuit Court 1, Cape Coast, by Her Honor Mrs. Dorinda Smith Atta, to reappear on the 30th of October 2020. They were cautioned on the following charges: 1. Preparation to commit crime, to wage murder. 2. Carrying offensive weapons. Again, today, police invited the parliamentary candidate, Mr. Paul Oforiamwa, who has also reported at the regional headquarters. And he has admitted of issuing the 2 bank checks that were picked by police at the hotel when a search was conducted in the rooms and also on the suspect. The parliamentary candidate is currently at the regional CID and is assisting police with investigations. His caution statement has been taken on 1. Abetment to commit crime, to wage murder, and also preparation to commit crime, that is murder. The Central Regional Police wants to assure the general public that investigations are ongoing on the 2 issues that we are investigating. Again, we also want to appeal to the general public that any information connected to the 4 persons who were arrested on suspicion at Swedru on the 17th of October 2020.
Kojo still will be on the telephone line. Kojo, still on this particular issue, you've also been interacting with the regional police commander on this. Gives us a bit more detail about the operation that led to the arrest, but also tonight there appears to be some form of a charm offensive by the police in the central region on the back of all these crime issues to assure the public there that they are safe.
Well, so the regional police commander, DCOP Habib Achumesi, has been addressing this very issue. He said that those who have planned to use macho men to cause an unstable political condition or political environment in the lead up to the general elections, the police are on top of their game. They've even increased the presence of the police in this area. Some of them are in mufti, others are also in some police uniform, and they are going to crack them down. So they are warning that anyone that would want to disturb the peace the central region is currently enjoying, they should be warned.
We had intelligence that some well-built or macho men were lodging in a hotel, and there was suspicion that probably they would be committing or planning to commit an offense. So they were picked. 4 of them were picked, and I directed that they bring the suspects to the region. So it's under investigation. For now, what I will tell you is that we are still investigating, and the culprit will be put to court if we found something. They will be charged. They have already been given a provisional charge, and members of the public should continue to give us information, because police thrive on information, and any information that you give will be worked on, and nobody should say that this information is too small. That might be the key that will help us first prevent crime and reduce the fear of crime, and secondly it will help us to unravel crimes that will build confidence in members of the public. And the police is on top in the region, and they should continue to trust us.
Kofi, Kojo Nyako is still with me on the line on this unfolding story in the central region. Kojo, away from this particular incident and the latest arrest that has been made, there's also the case of the murder of the Infantiman MP. We're also learning today that another political element, this time within the MPP, had been invited to write a statement in connection with the murder of the MPP MP for Infantiman.
So that is the first vice chairman of the MPP in that particular constituency. He was traveling with the member of parliament that died on that day, and so he was invited by the police to the national headquarters to write her witness statement, and so his statement has been taken. There are a lot of the people that have also been invited to write their statement in connection with that. We are also told that the homicide squad of the Ghana Police Service, they are around that area, not only within the region, because we understand that all the 5 suspects that were arrested, they are arrested from different locations. Some at the Sopon, others Mankesim, others on the Kumasi Road, and others at the Yumaku area. So the police, they are inviting the general public to volunteer information to enable them make more arrests on those.
So far, I would say that investigation is ongoing. Some arrests have been made, which I wouldn't like to go too much into that. Some were picked from Mankesim itself and Kumasi. The arrests have been made, but still investigation is ongoing. So I wouldn't talk too much about it. I will continue to engage the general public to continue to give us information. Police thrive on information in our investigation. So they should continue. They shouldn't say that this investigation, no information is small. We need all hands on deck. Everybody should give us information that will help us get to the end and the bottom of everything.
And that is the commander, the police commander there for the central region. I want to bring in now the chairman of the Regional Security Council, Mr. Kwame Duncan. He's also the minister for the region. Mr. Duncan, thank you for your time here on Newsnight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Grateful that you could join us. I wonder, in the wake of all these disturbing reports today, how you're the chair of the Security Council, how is the council taking all this?
Well, good evening to you, and good evening to your listeners. indeed, as a council, we have always been prepared because that is why it's a council to consider circumstances as they happen and even to think into the future and to take the necessary steps to ensure that first you prevent crime from happening and that if it ever occurred, you also have the capacity to deal with it. So the security on top, but the police by their actions the last few weeks, they leave these actions leave us in no doubt that indeed they are on the because this happened on the 9th of October. That is the Bantman MP's murder, and it didn't take more than a week. Right after the incident, they got themselves onto the ground, and by the time we could say Jack, they had already made some arrests, and they have followed through, and they are still working the lines to ensure that any person who is connected in whichever way, so they have opened the gates, not only zooming in on a particular angle, but that all the possibilities. So I can only on the back and edge them on, and also to call on the general public that we are the eyes and ears of the police. We don't go to their support by way of information. We would have given them the job, and yet we would have incapacitated them. So that is it. But they are on top of the game, and even this one, that is the one relating to Agona West, Swedro. They got the intelligence, I'm told. The BNI was part of it, and because they always have the linkages, when it got to their attention, they were able to put the strategies in place to be able to circle around the whole place and to arrest these individuals. In the same manner, they have their antenna everywhere, spread across the entire region. It's because also the period in which we find ourselves, security itself has become a certain, and they are not ready to be seen to be found wanting. So they are all over the place, and we as a Security Council, as and when it's required, that we need to be able to further strategize, we are able to do that.
And also tonight we are learning also of the arrest of the NDC parliamentary candidate for Agona West, Paul Ofori Amwa, who is currently, we understand, in police custody, assisting police with investigations on this alleged plot to assassinate the gender minister. What briefing have you at the council received on this?
Yes, I've received a briefing to that effect, but this is a purely criminal matter, and so the police, and you know the law is no respecter of any individual. Once you find yourself in breach of the law, the long arm of the law will get you. So it is part of their processes, it's part of their procedures to be able to put the pieces together. And so any person who in whichever way is connected to this matter, it doesn't matter whether you are the MP or you are the parliamentary candidate. Once they suspect or you could be helpful in their investigation, you'll be invited. So it's just the normal processes that they go through in investigating matters of this nature in order to be able to build up to carry out. That is why the Parliament for Agona West has been invited. I am told by the briefing that I got that the checks which were found, the open checks which were found, that the checks were issued the Parliament. So it cannot be that you arrest these individuals, you find these items with them, and these are items that are alleged to have come from the parliamentary candidate, and yet the police will not invite the parliamentary candidate. So it's a normal process. The normal
so
procedure.
we know this is an investigation that is currently underway, Mr. Duncan, but we're told that he admitted to issuing the 2 checks found with the suspect in their hotel room. Did he say what exactly these checks were for?
No, forgive me, Emefa, the beginning of your question was not clear. I didn't get it.
So I'm asking about the candidate. We're told that he's admitted to issuing the 2 checks that were found with the suspect in their hotel room. I'm asking if we know, or has he said what exactly these checks were for?
Well, what I've been told in my briefing was that he has admitted that those checks to them. But as to the purpose for which he issued a check, the commander told me that investigations were still ongoing.
Now, regarding the killing of the Infantiman MP, we also know that your party executive has also been picked up.
The constituency vice chairperson has been invited to give a statement relating to that one also. Have they been given a brief on what he's been looked at for?
Yes, I've received briefing on that one too. But I'm told in my briefing that it was an individual or a certain information that on the radar, and they are everybody out. As and when it's necessary for them to invite any person who in any way their name will pop up, and which by their estimation could assist and help in the investigation, they will invite. But as we speak, but as of the time that I was briefed, he had not yet been invited.
I'm grateful that you spoke to us with that clarity. That is the chairman of the Central Regional Security Council. He's also the regional minister. So listen to Newsnight. It's on Joy 99.7 FM. If you have a comment on the stories you've heard so far, please share with us. If you live in the Central Region and you want to share your thoughts, send us a WhatsApp 055 1111 997.
So whilst we wait for your comments, we move on to some other stories tonight. The Ghana Cocoa Board is serving notice of its intention to probe the illegal renting of certification license by some license buying companies and farmer society groups to businessmen. Well, Johnny's investigations found out that one could rent a cocoa certificate for as high as 1 million cedis. Under the Cocoa Sustainability Initiative, farmers are paid extra premium for growing certified cocoa. However, in many cocoa growing areas across Ghana, there is a blatant abuse of the system, giving rise to a situation where some LBCs do not pay the appropriate premium and also pass regular cocoa as certified. Now, these underhand dealings make the farmer poorer, defeating the purpose of the Cocoa Sustainability Program. There's more in our latest Hotline documentary, Robbing the Poor, by investigative journalist Kwete Nate.
I will be dealing with certification bodies as one of the managers of a new LBC. In April last year, UTZ set up a cocoa assurance plan which included a temporary ban on any cocoa certification in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Applying for a new license is out of the question. The option is to hunt for a license buying company or interest group in the cocoa sector willing to trade its license. I meet Hope Wardo. Meeting him is the start of our journey to obtain certification license through shady deals with officials of LBCs and CSOs in the cocoa sector. He takes a commitment fee of $1,000 to start his work.
Okay. It's always busy, but you call me. Okay, what happened is this. Since you've not been into the process already, you know that even after you are certified, when you are supplying, you still need my services. Because when you are certified, will now be monitoring you till the end of till your certificate expires 12 months.
And that won't create any problem with us and Wood.
No, it's me. I'm a consultant. Wood, I don't work for Wood. I only do audit on behalf of those companies for Wood. But then what I would like to do is that for this first year, because you say you wanted it very fast, I would like that I will come for the audit. So that when we come, I know areas that we did not prepare well. Then when I'm pushing the second, sometimes they might even send only me to do the audit. That's great. And that's so that one. When we are doing documentation, my name will not come as a consultant for you.
So roughly, in terms of the monthly one, how much should we be looking at?
You can. I know your boss can tell me. But me, what I have been taking before is like $1,000 a month.
He works with 2 certification bodies, but we can identify him with the Business Assurance BV. Hope opens up on how he will work the documentation when UTZ Rainforest Alliance left the ban to enable us to certify our own farm group for certification. Part of the process will be genuine, but a significant part of the job will be falsified.
This first year, I will do everything possible that we don't spend money so much on the thing. So that when we are able to get certified and ship cocoa under the program, and we get premium, then we cannot say that now let's do, because this is what we are going to do. I can tell you, the actual work that we are going to do will just be like 10%, so 90%. I'll forge it. You understand? But after the first year, you have to sit down, and because after the first year, when they pay you premium, their eyes will be on you.
He even admits his actions could attract sanctions from the certification standards body if he is caught. But for him, the gains far outweigh the losses.
What I'm doing, when they even get to know that I'm doing that, they will stop me from auditing and might even sanction me. And why would I be going after that?
Mr. Wodu knows very well why farmers are being exploited by some licensed buying companies that have signed up for the certification program. He adds that 25% of cash premium must be given to farmers.
That's Kwete Nati's report, and the full documentary airs tonight. That's the Robbing the Poor. It airs later at 8:30 p.m. on the Joy News channel, which is free to air, also on DSTV channel 421 and all our social media platforms. You can catch that. But let's explore this issue further. And head of our Agric and Technology Desk, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, joins us via Zoom. Joseph, let's look at the general impacts on the poor cocoa grower in rural communities. This expose that we've just highlighted.
Emefa, it was a little difficult hearing you there. Can you repeat that for me?
So I'm asking about the impacts on the poor cocoa grower in rural communities.
Sure. So in two ways. In the first instance, the situation with the forging of the certificate or when it comes to the certification, chances are that those who pay extra money because this certification represents extra premium on quality checks as far as the certified cocoa is concerned, will obviously have concerns about continually paying money and investing into those kinds of certification schemes. So just to break it down simply, for example, when you pick an average bar of chocolate on the UK market and you have a certification scheme on it, depending on what that certification scheme looks at, then there is more like a guarantee that this is probably a chocolate that was done without the use of child labor, without destroying the environment, without deforestation, without overuse of chemicals. And so those who are consuming that kind of chocolate then pay a bit more, and the returns are then supposed to be plowed back to farming communities, which come in the form of premiums, which is actually spent in two ways. Either the money will go as additional returns for the farmer, or probably the money will be invested in development of the cocoa communities, including in water, in electricity projects and all. And so in the first instance, once there is lack of confidence in the certification scheme, then those who are buying those kinds of material, cocoa products wouldn't, and then the farmer loses. But the second bit of it is the more worrying aspect, where we have in a situation where, as Kwete's documentary, getting to the very latter part pointed out, monies that are coming in the form of premium that are supposed to go for the cocoa farmers, about the indication was that in some instances they were being given only up to 25% of it, and the rest were being taken by other people. Obviously, that's very fraudulent situations that should be dealt with, because then what this means is that the farmer is earning a lot more less. The confidence to continue growing is not there. Usually producing by according to specified requirements and certifications is actually more expensive, because then there are guidelines the farmers are supposed to follow over extended durations, and this would represent a lot for them and make them poorer when such situations of cheating happen.
Thank you very much, Joseph Opoku Gakpo. That's the head of our Agric and Technology Desk. But let's bring in the Deputy CEO in charge of operations at Cocoa Board, Dr. Emmanuel Opoku. Thank you so much for your time here on Newsnight. So generally, there's a blatant abuse of the system, and we're told about LBCs not paying the appropriate premium and also passing regular cocoa as certified. And so it raises issues about the implementation of the cocoa sustainability program. What exactly are we doing about this situation?
Thank you very much. I hope I'm speaking to Emefa.
Exactly so, rightly so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Emefa, thanks a lot. In fact, we are shocked to hear this kind of treatment that some LBCs are given to farmers. I recall that not long ago this year, we have started sanitizing this whole system of sustainability cocoa and certification and traceable cocoa with the creation of foundation. That foundation is managed by Cocoa Board and the off-taker as well as the LBC. Okay, so that's the off-taker's rep here. The idea of the foundation is to make sure that all the premiums are paid into the foundation's account so that it will be paid to be distributed to the beneficiaries properly. Now we have a group of farmers who are kind of resisting this foundation, depositing the premiums into the foundation account on the excuse that they are receiving the premiums directly. They've agreed with the off-taker to receive the premiums directly. So this development is just giving me a second thought about the whole thing. In the first place, the companies involved, we are going to stop any cocoa this year, starting this year, whether the cocoa was produced as certified or not. So long as the company has been identified as involving in this kind of malpractice, we are going to stop it. All the cocoa from this company and their sponsors will be shipped as conventional, because we cannot guarantee the source of or the status of this cocoa, whether they are actually certified or not. It has to be some kind of punitive action against some of these companies. If we find out that an LBC is involved in this, we will apply the rules. And I'm just going to put together a committee to look at this thing, which I'm so ashamed that some people will do this against the very farmers they claim they are supporting. I'm very disappointed, to be very, very honest with you. I didn't know that people were doing this. Although I have heard about it from Cote d'Ivoire some time ago. Somebody told me that some people were kind of doing the same practice, but maybe similar, but not the same. That it was happening there. Some buyers were, doing all kinds of things that were untoward and against the certification and against farmers. But in Cote d'Ivoire, it is the same farmers that buy and sell their cocoa. So their structure is slightly different from that of Ghana. So I wouldn't be too interested there. But in Ghana, these buyers are buying from cocoa farmers. So if they can connive and then cheat the farmers for whom they are buying, then it's very, very, very disappointing.
Okay, so you've mentioned that a committee will be put in place to interrogate this issue. So the assurance is that the appropriate sanctions will be applied. But may I know what the sanctions will be?
Well, we have regulations for operating in the internal marketing. So we will look at the regulations and then sanction them appropriately.
Can we get some timelines?
Yes. I have already discussed with somebody to chair that committee for me, because They just submitted to me a report, which a committee that I put together, their report, and that committee was supposed to work on this certification thing, right? They were to recommend how we should treat certification and the guidelines. I mean, for operating in this certified and traceable cocoa operation. So I'm just going to put that chairman of the committee. I'm just going to make him chairman of an investigation committee to look into this.
Okay. Well, we're grateful for your time. This is an issue that we definitely will be checking up on because Kwete Nate put together this thorough job, and you'd want to watch the full documentary on the Joy News channel, free to air, tonight at 8:30 p.m. after Joy News Prime. You've been listening to the Dr. Emmanuel Opoku, who is the Deputy CEO in charge of operations.
Now, a few of your messages now on WhatsApp. Musa Abacha says, if the investigation is still ongoing, why should police make public statements on the matter? If it turns out that the suspect is not in any way plotting to assassinate the victim, what will the police have done to his reputation? Baba in Tamale says, now the EC is separating the men from the boys. The battle line has been drawn for the 7th of December elections. It's a serious business and not child's play. Anyway, better luck to all those disqualified. Kwame says, I disagree with the EC returning the filing fees to the disqualified political parties.
And this one from Lanyo says, EC has declared the qualified candidates who are eligible to appear on the ballot paper. The rest should join Nana Akufo-Addo to canvass for more votes, he says. Some of your comments, more of them, you can keep them coming in. Also, if you're watching live on Facebook, you can leave your comments there. We'll definitely pick them up. Let's do business now with George Wiafe.
Hi, interesting development. You know, we had about 17, right?
There.
17 whittled down to 12.
Even that one cry, she go down more.
You want trouble? I mean, I'm mainly happy for Kiadonko, who managed to finally. So you see Kiadonko on the ballot.
All the women also sailed through, right?
Yeah, all the women sailed through. So we're going to have for the first time historically
women empowerment.
3 women on the ballot. Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah, good news.
Well, coming up in business, 37 microfinance institutions to lose license over challenges in meeting the new minimum capital requirement, and petroleum products are expected to go up marginally at the pumps this week, but some marketers are hinting of plans to absorb it. The business news on Newsnight is brought to you by MTN Business. Welcome to the new world of business. Kingdom Books and Stationery, your number one-stop shop for all your office essentials. And First National Bank, we are the bank that understands your business. First National Bank, how can we help you?
Hey, Charlie, my network is really killing me. I have to pay my uncle's workers via mobile money, but the charges alone, it's about 380 cedis. Charges alone just to send money? That's $10 of cement already, my guy. Listen, bro, you can save money on charges if you move to Vodafone Cash now. Vodafone Cash? But my network is... Hey, sending money on that your network, you pay. Sending money on your network to other networks, you pay. But guess what? Sending money on Vodafone Cash is free. Sending money on Vodafone Cash to all other networks is also absolutely free. No charges at all on Vodafone Cash. So tell me, what are you still doing on that your network? Masa, look sharp, then move to Vodafone Cash. Hey, make a change the SIM right now. Yes, sending money on Vodafone Cash to all other networks is now absolutely free. Send unlimited amounts of money as many times as you like for free. Just dial *110# now to send money.
The future is exciting. Ready?
The life was so cool, refreshing the family, empowering life for a better day. Quenching your thirst, preserving society, better for us. The love will be no water. Keep drinking, the love will keep drinking, better for us. The love will be no water. Keep drinking, the love will keep drinking, better for us. The love will be no water.
Bell Aqua, providing clean, refreshing water and contributing to making our environment safer with our recycling plants and lighter plastic initiatives. Bell Aqua Mineral Water, for the greater good. This investment has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
fellow Ghanaians, small businesses grow Ghana's economy to help make it big. They give us jobs in our communities. Since 2017, the MPP has raised money and given training and contracts to women-owned small businesses. This December, remember your vote will make a difference in securing the jobs of millions of Ghanaians who are working thanks to NAPCO, Planting for Food and Jobs. One district, one factory. Let's protect our progress. Vote NPP. Vote Nana Akufo-Addo for 4 more years to do more for you.
Charlie, make I see if Kofi will send me some momo. Make I take hold myself small. Simple you.
If you like the caller tune you're about to listen to, press *1 to copy now.
Let your caller tune do the talking. Express yourself with your caller tune and win big with MTN. Simply dial *1355# or download your favorite caller tune or copy or renew your already existing caller tune and stand a chance of winning up to 1,000 cedis weekly, 4,000 cedis monthly, and the grand prize of 15,000 Ghana cedis and the MTN caller tunes promo. Send stars to 1355 or dial *1355# to subscribe today. We're good together. We there for you everywhere you go.
Son, we are so proud of you for setting up this hospital. I really love those hospital beds and waiting chairs. By the way, did you import them?
No, Dad, I didn't. I actually got them from Kindle Books and Stationery right here in Ghana.
Wow. We also bought our office supplies, safes, executive desks and chairs from Kingdom, and they gave us expert advice on how to set up our office.
Guys, that makes 3 of us. I also got our sofa and bedroom sets, plus our dining hall furniture for our new home from Kingdom.
Wow, Mom, that makes 4 of us. I usually get my stationery items from Kingdom, and my teacher also mentioned that our classroom furniture was provided by Kingdom.
So there you have it. Whenever you're thinking about setting up an office or acquiring furniture for your home, etc., Kingdom Books and Stationery should be your first point of call. With over 40 years experience in the industry, we stock and supply a wide variety of globally sourced office and home furniture, stationery and equipment. Visit our head office, Osu Akwaje, or our office near the Osu Stadium. We're also in Tema Committee 1, opposite Olam SHS, Kumasi KNUST campus, UCC Cape Coast, and now at the Marina Mall, Airport City. Or call us 0302-764101, 764209, or 762792. Visit our website, www.kingdomgh.com.
We know it's important to create a productive and supportive working environment by investing in your employees' health. With a leading international track record, Apex Health Insurance is regulated and licensed by the National Health Insurance Authority to provide medical insurance services to institutional clients, families, and individuals. Apex Student Package and International Medical Solutions are all here to cushion you. Visit Apex Health Insurance Office at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shiashi, or call
0501-683-914
or 0232-000-015. In Kumasi, we are located opposite Prempeh College, Sofo Line, and in Takrady, Apex Health, your preferred health insurer.
My guy, it's been a while.
My guy, I'm looking for a safe place in Ghana where I can invest after losing all that money last year. I know you are the investigation minister.
Currently, if you're looking for a safe and dependable fund manager, then it's EDCO. They are the investment banking subsidiary of EcoBank Group, and their fixed income unit trust is the biggest collective investment scheme right here in Ghana. It has generated returns above the treasury bill rate since its inception. You can access your funds anytime without penalties.
Hey, really?
Yes. Access their services at any EcoBank branch. Call 0302-634165 or WhatsApp them on 0595-235065. Also, you can conveniently fund your account using mobile money on all networks, internet banking, or EcoBank mobile app, and many more.
Thank you, Akwesi. I'll call them right away.
Hey, not even a bye-bye. With EDC, financial independence is possible. Terms and conditions apply.
My buddy, why you for just the watch when you can be wild proper? When you for scream, shout, and kata, put your body, get down, fire your body, catch views, drop the mic.
Ghana. The time cut where we for change the way we watch. Welcome to Showmax and to Chow Online Entertainment, from movies and series to sports like EPL and La Liga. Feel from Super Sport and more. You feel enjoy them on any device, anytime. Visit showmax.com today. Men's lucky.
2020, yes, woman now.
Fellow Ghanaians, since 2017, the NPP has put over 1.2 million young people through secondary school free because of free SHS. We are leaving no one behind. This December, remember your vote will make a difference in the life of every young person who is currently benefiting from free SHS or getting ready to go to secondary school. Let's protect our progress. Vote NPP. Vote Nana Akufo-Addo for 4 more years to do more for you.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back to Business on Newsnight. Now, up to 37 microfinance institutions are expected to give up their license to the Bank of Ghana. Now, this because some of them are struggling to meet the new minimum capital requirement of 1 million Ghana cedis by December 2021. Now, this will leave 100 microfinance companies in good standing at the expiration of the deadline. Executive Director of the Ghana Microfinance Institution Network, Yao James, says some of these companies are also looking at merging as a last resort.
We have had that scenario where some are anticipating they will surrender their license, and then we've also had some that are ready to partner with others. But the partnership is where we haven't been able to make serious strides. There are a lot of them want to go through that process, but the due diligence aspect takes a longer time for us to achieve. So we are anticipating that, yes, some few might surrender their license, but majority of them that will not be able to meet the minimum capital by the time set for us.
I believe that when scenarios are done, solutions are also brought forward. So if the scenario one is that these about 30 people are submitting their license, what is going to happen to their clientele? What is going to happen to the funds that some of them might be holding up?
If you look at the presentation Bank of Ghana did, there was a last session on voluntary rewinding. If you want to go that path, you go through a whole process to make sure that you settle all your clients before you leave. So Bank of Ghana will not just say go and then that's it. No, you have to go through a whole process, and all those who have mentioned the fact that they want to leave the industry, we've told them make sure you pay everybody so that.
Executive Director of the Ghana Microfinance Institutions Network, Yao James. Now, prices of petroleum products are expected to go up marginally this week, and this is in line with the expected 2-week review of prices of the products at the pumps. But this is a sign that after months of decline, maybe they are over, and non-consumers should brace themselves for more hikes in the coming months. There's more in the following Business Tech Report.
Based on industry data and projections by Joy Business, prices of diesel and petrol products are expected to go up by just under 1%, while LPG should witness a 3% jump per kilogram. This should mean that a liter of these two products should be going for 4 cedis 81 pesos, translating to about 22 cedis per gallon. The increase Joy Business is learning has to do with the pickup in global demand for crude oil, which has impacted prices on the international market. However, our engagement with some oil marketing companies indicates that they will be absorbing the expected increase that should start from Monday. According to them, the increase is not that significant to warrant any changes at the pumps. For some, the concern is whether or not the recent stability and marginal reduction witnessed in prices are over, and that consumers should brace themselves for some hikes in the coming 2 months before the year ends. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers in their recent analysis noted that the coming months may see some huge hikes based on the current development on the international market. Executive Secretary Duncan Amoah has maintained that unless government reviews the current taxes on the price build-up, consumers should brace themselves up for more hikes at the pumps.
And that was a business text report. Now, demand for goods manufactured by local industries have witnessed some significant surge. Now, this is in line with the pickup in economic activities post-easing of COVID-19 restrictions. Now, recent Bank of Ghana data suggested that the economy has picked up to levels even higher than the pre-COVID-19 era. Now, this has resulted in the central bank projecting a 2.5% end-of-year economic growth. Mr. Chumkwabwa is the chief executive of the Association of Ghana Industries.
One area that they had a big challenge was the demand. The demand side was going down because people were concentrating on few products that are of essential nature. But I think as the economy is opening up, demand for other goods are coming on. You notice that conferences are gradually coming out. People are doing their awards and all that. Even though the numbers are not as big, and therefore the demand is still not as high, at least there's a growth in demand.
Serge Chum Akwabwa is the chief executive of the Association of Ghana Industries. Let's talk about Habitat Fair, because patrons of the Just and the Joy News Habitat Fair have called for more exhibitions in the future to satisfy their interest when it comes to how to own a house and a home. Let's hear some of them who have been speaking to Joy Business about their expectations.
It is quite unfair.
It has been awesome. It has helped us a lot. We've gotten a lot of clients who have shown interest in that product, so it has been awesome.
It was great, and we are having customers come in, potential customers come in, and then they are showing interest. So this is a good opportunity for everyone to have the opportunity to get their own house over a period of time.
It was out of curiosity that I came, but I've been enlightened by the Plant City Extension Project.
The rent to own.
Rent to own, and I'm very much interested in that.
And even those were views of some patrons at the Joy News Habitat Clinic. Wonderful. I mean, it tells you how people out there just want to find
I'm waiting for the next one. I got a deal.
The huge one.
I got a deal.
So,
you know,
that'll be the third house, right?
Huh?
The third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a deal. The one I just ended.
The third house. Yeah, that'll be the holiday home.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're speaking prophetically.
No, come on.
Yes, of course. I mean, you're speaking prophetically. Why should I say no?
Caught on camera,
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the third house, yes.
Let's do sports now, guys. Baba Tando joins us with the very latest. Babs.
Hi, Emefa. I'm happy that you guys are buying houses. Please use your change to save me one small house, maybe like a 4-bedroom house.
Come and buy yours.
And I like it.
You want to buy another house.
Thank you very much, George, Emefa, and Evans. President and bankroller of Kumasi-based King Faisal FC says it will be entirely up to his head coach Slavisa Bosisic to select good players for the club for the upcoming Ghana Premier League season. King Faisal sat bottom of the truncated Premier League table and will hope to make amends when the new season begins in November.
Even now, we need them to push them for the stamina. Okay. That's the report from the coach. Because of that, I told them no anyone should recommend any player again. The coach told me. He said, only me. I said, me, I don't have any players. But me, if anyone called me, I have a good player, I would tell him, come, coach, to see him. Because if I rejected the person, if he get the good one, he won't bring it to me. Yes. That is King Faisal.
Bankroller and president of Kumasi King Faisal Alhaji Karim Grusa. Away from that, Newcastle fans donated £20,000 to charity over the weekend in protest against the Premier League's controversial pay-per-view scheme. The Magpies 4-1 defeat by Manchester United on Saturday was one of several Premier League games only available live in the UK for a £14.95 fee. It applies to the 5 fixtures in each round of games not televised in the UK. The Charity Not PPV campaign asked fans to donate to the city's West End Food Bank rather than pay to watch. The Food Bank's chief executive, John McCoy, said it will make a great difference. Newcastle are feeding 1,000 people a week and use 10 plus tons of food every month, which costs £1,700 a ton. The campaign set up by Newcastle fans has also been replicated by fans of Leeds United and Manchester City as an alternative to paying for pay-per-view matches. And quickly in the EPL, one match has just ended. West Bromwich 0, Burnley 0. And coming up in a few minutes, Leeds United take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. You are up to date in the world of sport. I am Baba Tando.
Thank you very much, Baba Tando.
Now, the Sanitation and Water Resources Ministry says close to 4 million cedis has been spent on its national dustbin distribution project.
Now, that is according to the Director of Sanitation at the Ministry, Anthony Mensah. According to him, 8,100 bins have been circulated to various private and public institutions with the intent of tackling unsanitary conditions in the country.
He spoke to Joy News on the sidelines of a handing over of bins to the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Roland Afomoni, to be given to media houses.
We launched the public litter bin scheme sometime in 2019, and the target was to distribute 20,000 across the country. As we speak now, we've already distributed 5,100 for first and second phases. Then the third phase is what is ongoing now, comprising of 3,000 bins. All the Greater Accra metropolitan area municipalities got their respective shares. We also have other major regional capitals like the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area, Sekondi Takoradi metropolitan area, Tamale metropolitan area, Cape Coast also, and some of the other regions. The cost of these the 3,000, which is the third phase, is about 1.7 million Ghana cedis. Yeah, the earlier versions we've already done the distribution, and the total cost I cannot say it offhand, but I guess the cost of this is a little higher than the previous ones, looking at the design and the form it takes. So in all, it will be probably about twice as much, about 3.4 million or something thereabout.
Well, talk about the GJA. Today, they've been announcing those who are competing for the 25th edition of the Ghana Journalists Association Awards slated for Saturday.
And we know that a few of our colleagues are up to be considered for various honors. We understand 10 journalists and 4 brands in the group. The Joy News, Sempa, Dom, and Shra will be honored. This year's ceremony, which is on the theme COVID-19 and the credible presidential and parliamentary elections, will honor journalists who have demonstrated exceptional reporting during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I'm looking forward to a particular show getting the accolades.
It's a non-competitive.
It's I haven't said anything.
I know you're talking about the lockdown, the lockdown.
Yeah. With Emefa Apawu, yours truly. It's up for some consideration in the honors. You want to make time for that later when the awards come up. I'm going to be your handbag along to the... I was your producer.
Of course, everybody was a producer. Well,
okay.
We'll tell you more about that later. But former Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Kwame Owusu, spent lots of time in the years 2018 and 2019 explaining financial misappropriations again.
He came under intense media scrutiny when documents of renovation of his residence leaked. He resigned from his position in February 2019, but in July 2019 he was appointed as the board chairman of the GRA, a position he says he turned down. Today he's been explaining why he took such a decision to host of AM show on the Joy News channel. Mama Owusu Abaje.
It is quite unfair. And also when I talk about the building, I said it was the bill of quantities that I have here. It was done by PWD Prestige and they supervised it.
So why do you think there was so much talk and concentration on that one building?
Because you, the media, you make yourself like a U.S. policeman who arrests a doctor and say, you didn't tell me, sir. The media was all over after Kwame Owusu. Papa, no, they didn't speak well. I saw one woman in one of these organizations who would say that, how can that man have 4 air conditioners in his bedroom? What kind of people are we? So, for the media, you get on Kwame Owusu because he didn't beg it. The people who are corrupt will say, okay, I'm sorry, you meet senior members and whatever. What is corruption about this? 11 air conditioners, my dear, let me tell you, they all cost 21,000 Ghana cedis. If it's anybody who wants to be not value for money, they will charge 60, 100, arm and a leg. 11 air conditioners. Is that something you media have to spend your time talking about when we have children knocking doors at 10 p.m. at people's car with a risk, and I don't see you championing that?
Could it be that press conference?
Yes.
And the way you
that I didn't
addressed-
beg you.
The way you didn't.
Because everything was done per the books. And if your job was to ask for you, it didn't bother me because I am a Ghanaian that is willing to serve government. It's not a job. So when you begin to do these type of things, eventually, the good guys who are willing to serve government, as opposed to you have only people who are looking for a job.
Then we heard you were going to be board chair of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Did you ever step there?
No.
What happened?
Well, I think that you started making noise. I was asked by the president to leave Ghana Maritime Authority, so I resigned. I attended the resignation.
Did he give you reasons?
Yes, so that I could be appointed to go and chair the Revenue Authority.
So contrary to public opinion, you were not sacked from Ghana Maritime?
Absolutely not.
And that's Kwame Owusu there interacting with Mama V Owusu Abuaji. And that's it for tonight's edition of Newsnight. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. That's my opinion with Nana and Sakwa is coming up next, getting on the property ladder. I am Emefa Apawu.
And my name is Evans Mensah.